Hi, I'm Dave,
And this is Nicole.
and we are going to show you a video about our trip down the Ashton Tetonia bike trail.
And I was really excited about doing this bike trail. I don't do a lot of off road biking, and so this trail is great for anybody who's new to doing trail rides that would be interested in a ride that's not going to be super difficult, that's scenic and is mostly flat, and still get a good ride, 30 miles. But if you're in a reasonable amount of health and pretty good condition, you'll be just fine. It's a beautiful trail.
A couple hills right in the middle, and the rest just seemed pretty much flat.
So we got a group together and we were all new to this trail, and my parents came along with us. They're more mature in age. I won't say their age because they probably don't want me to reveal that on camera. And my mom is pretty new to biking. There goes Mama there in the corner.
And
She did a great job.
She had, they rented the fat bike tires, and they seem to do pretty well on this trail.
There's just a little bit of gravel throughout, but mostly flat. You still want to have a bike that can grip the gravel. This is one of the bridges here. There's 3 bridges on the whole trail, and they're really beautiful. One of the fun perks of the ride. And there's also a lot of little fun areas where you go through trees, as you can see.
Every bridge was pretty high up, and you got just great views of the river. This is the private property area where it was just kind of a little bit steep hills on the dirt roads next to the field, and then on gravel up until you go on the highway for a little bit.
So this is where you can get a little bit of thigh burn. You could always walk your bike, or you could stay and ride up. So we had people in our group that stayed on their bike the whole time, and some chose to walk. So it's a doable hill, but a good workout as well.
A lot of old mills that you ride by. There's also a couple apple trees on the trail, so you can get a little snack, which is kind of nice.
The views here, if you look, you can see the mountains in the background, and one of the advantages of riding from the Ashton region toward Tetonia is that you get to see the view of the Tetons the whole way. So if you're only going to ride one way, I recommend riding that way.
That was gorgeous. I would agree.
So there's some more of these fun little sections where there's lots of trees lining the path, and you feel like you're going through these little tunnels of trees. Absolutely love that. And there's a little bit of the leaves turning, you can see. We did this at the beginning of fall. So you get a little bit of everything, mountain views and foliage.
This is the 3rd bridge, and really long, beautiful bridge. And when you see it from the side and below, as you'll see later, it's got kind of a red, rust-looking look to it.
My favorite bridge, and the river. The view is just gorgeous up here. It was my last really beautiful view before the story gets really sad.
Yeah, unfortunately, something not so fun happens.
Oh, but just enjoy this bridge for a minute, okay? We'll worry about that in a minute. This was gorgeous. This was the highlight. I'm feeling great here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back through this tree line and wanted to get some footage of the trees, and didn't realize that the screws literally were coming loose on my front tire. And so my bike drops onto my front tire. I crashed to the ground. In a minute here, you're going to see me in shock and some pain. And my phone is in the top of my tank top. I'm trying to figure out what happened to me. I don't even realize I'm on the ground.
We were later able to find a couple of the parts of the bike, but not the nut to hold on to the other side of the tire to put it back together. So we weren't able to finish the bike ride and stopped at 22 miles, somewhere around there.
Mile 22.
Mile 22
I remember.
of 30.
I was ready to do the 30.
It did give me a chance to get a little bit better look at the bridge from down below. Some steps here and then some old building. Some nice views of the river.
And he left his wife while she's up there lugging a broken bike, trying to make headway to catch up to the rest of the group that were going to come back and pick us up after they finish the 30-mile ride. That's so sad.
There
Look
she
at that.
is with her
It's tragic.
bike detached.
Looks like I'm trying out for the circus.
Yeah. So we had to walk out a couple miles to the road and then wait to be picked up. And luckily someone came to pick us up as soon as they could, and we were able to ride out.
Luckily, we weren't trapped forever. It was a beautiful ride. I loved all the 22 miles. I highly recommend it. I will do that ride again. I will check all my tires. I will check my brakes again. I will make sure everything is screwed in tight, and I recommend you do the same. And I will see you on the trail next year.
All right. Thanks. See you later.